Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Daily Wisdom. This was one of the craziest four-player chess games I've ever played. And get this, I got checkmated second. But I still won the game. Let me explain how that even happened. From the very beginning, I knew this wasn't going to be a normal match. The board felt tense. Everyone was playing aggressively. In four-player chess, you don't just worry about one opponent, you're calculating threats from three different directions. Every move matters. Every pawn push can open a door for someone else. So instead of rushing for an early attack, I made a decision. I would play for points. Now if you understand four-player chess, you know something most beginners ignore: survival is important, yes. But the scoring system is king. Captures matter. Checkmates matter. And sometimes, even if you fall, your points can carry you to victory. So I developed my knights early. Knights are powerful in four-player chess because they jump over chaos. While the other players were launching attacks at each other, I quietly started collecting material. A pawn here. A bishop there. Then a rook. I wasn't loud. I wasn't flashy. But I was building something dangerous, a points lead. At one stage, two players started fighting heavily on one side of the board. Pieces were flying. Queens were exposed. And instead of jumping into the madness blindly, I calculated. If I attack too early, I become the target. If I wait too long, I lose opportunity, so I timed it perfectly. I entered the battle when both of them were weakened. Boom, I captured a rook. Boom, I picked up another minor piece. And suddenly, my score jumped. But here's where the game turned. One of the players saw me climbing the scoreboard and decided I had to go. He launched a full attack on my king. Checks started coming in from multiple angles. In four-player chess, once your king is exposed, it becomes extremely difficult to defend because threats can stack from different directions. I tried to reposition. I tried to block. I tried to counter-check. But the pressure was too much. And then it happened. Checkmate. I was eliminated second. If you were just watching casually, you would think, that's it. Game over for him. But here's what they didn't realize. I had already built a massive points lead. When I got eliminated, I checked the scoreboard. And I was ahead. Now the remaining two players had to fight each other. And here's the psychological twist of four-player chess: when someone is eliminated with high points, pressure shifts to the survivors. They can't just survive. They have to outscore you. So now they weren't just playing to win. They were playing to catch me. And that changes decision-making completely. Instead of safe moves, they started forcing attacks. Instead of solid defense, they chased risky captures. Instead of patience, they rushed. One blunder led to another. One sacrificed piece too many, and as the game continued, neither of them could generate enough points to pass my total. I was sitting there, eliminated, watching the scoreboard like it was the final seconds of a football match. And when the final checkmate happened, I won. Checkmated second. But first on the scoreboard. That's the beauty of four-player chess. It's not just about staying alive. It's about understanding the system. Most players think, protect the king at all costs. But advanced players ask, how do I maximize value before I fall? This game teaches three powerful lessons. Lesson 1, points matter more than pride. You don't have to be the last standing to be the winner. Lesson 2, timing is everything. Entering battles at the right moment is more powerful than starting them. Lesson 3, build before chaos. If you quietly accumulate material early, you create insurance for later. When I got checkmated, I didn't feel defeated. I felt confident. Because strategy had already done its work. And that's something deeper than chess. Sometimes in life, you may feel like you were knocked out early. You may feel like others are still competing while you're watching from the sidelines. But if you built correctly, if you invested wisely, If you made strong moves when it mattered, you can still win. Even after being eliminated. That's why I love 4-player chess. It rewards intelligence. It rewards patience. It rewards awareness of the bigger picture. Not just survival instinct. So if you're playing 4-player chess and only focusing on checkmate, you're missing half the game. Start watching the scoreboard. Start calculating value. Start thinking 3 opponents ahead. Because sometimes, the player who falls second is actually the champion. If you enjoyed this insane comeback, or should I say, post-elimination victory, make sure you subscribe to Daily Wisdom for more 4-player chess strategy, mind games, and powerful lessons from the board. Drop a comment. Have you ever won a 4-player chess game after being eliminated? And remember, in this game, and in life, it's not always about who survives the longest. It's about who played the smartest. I'll see you in the next battle.